Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel and I will be doing your tarot and astrology reading for the period of August 21st through 31st, which is going to include the sun's movement into the sign of Virgo, as well as the new moon cycle that begins on August 30th, also going into Virgo. So before we get started, just a few notes to keep in mind. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Aquarius on the planet. If the messages resonate for you, then those are definitely meant for you. If they do not resonate with you, then they are meant for another Aquarius, and you should just let those go by the way. So this will be corresponding to Aquarius Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. And this also does incorporate and include cross-watchers for Aquarius, who are absolutely welcome to hang out with us. While you're thinking about it, reach out, click that subscribe button, give it what I call the dragon claw up by clicking the like, and let me know that you enjoyed my work or enjoyed this reading. So if these messages don't resonate with your sun sign, moon sign, check out the different astrological placements in your chart and check out those readings as well. So let's dive right on in. I'm going to start by pulling a card from the Major Arcana Tarot and then a spirit animal card just to see what your influences are going to be like for this last part of August. Dear guardians, guides, divine beings of light, archangels, and angelic beings, I ask for your protection and blessing as we work with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs of Aquarius. Please protect their energy and mine and bring forward clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you. Okay, so Aquarius, here comes justice, here comes balance. So this is a period of time coming here at the end of August that it's time to realign yourself, harmonize anything that's out of balance. If you feel like you've been putting too much time into one area, say if you've been working too much and not enough home time or vice versa, it's time to balance that out. And you are also looking for fairness in all that you say and do. As well as aligning relationships, because the Justice card has a lot to do with the way that we interact with other people and how we treat them, how they treat us, how that energy is reciprocated back and forth. Okay, so let's pull a spirit animal card and see which one comes up most strongly for you right now. Okay, so the penguin came out. I love this for your energy, Aquarius, because this is all about the authentic spirit of the individual while also being incorporated within a family or home unit. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself, which is very much what Aquarius is all about. So this is really balancing who you truly are, while also being very close within your circle of family, loved ones, relationship, etc. Quite a beautiful energy. So let's go ahead and talk about your astrological chart. These will be general influences. This is the universal Aquarian influence. So this will differ a little bit from your personal natal chart, which is the chart that, comes into being when you were born. So this is for all Aquarian energy versus like the personal. So we start out with a lot of energy moving into Virgo. We've got 5 planets actually piled up by the end of this month, all in Virgo. I've got your chart and my notes here in front of me. So Mars goes into Virgo, went into Virgo on August 19th, Sun into Virgo August 23rd, Venus into Virgo August 27th, and Mercury in Virgo on August 30th, and that is the same day that the new moon cycle arrives, also in the sign of Virgo. So what this is going to mean on a universal level is as we move out of Leo, which is more playful, more upbeat, more optimistic, more, relaxed, going with the flow, more masculine energy, it moves into Virgo, which is more feminine energy. It's an earth sign, so it's all about practicality, organization, you know, service to others, which is a really big theme that's going to come forward, especially with so much energy in Virgo. It's like, what can I do for you? How can I help someone else? It's very selfless energy. So we're really moving away from just serving ourselves into serving other people. I think that, funny enough, even though there are a lot of differences between the signs of Aquarius and Virgo, they're not always the greatest match, especially when it comes to love or relationship, but there are some similarities that you can definitely work with, because Aquarius and Virgo both have the desire to serve, help, and heal humanity. So Aquarius, I think you will be finding quite a lot of good kind of work that you can be doing as we end this month of August and go into the month of September. The biggest house that this is going to highlight for your universal chart is going to be the 8th house of Scorpio. So this month, you know, going from kind of like, you know, August 22nd-ish to September 22nd, kind of in that month. This is going to be a month for you that's very deep, intense, powerful, mysteries being revealed, secrets being revealed, you understanding your psychological makeup a lot better than you have in a great while. Don't be afraid to dig deep. Don't be afraid to go below the surface. Don't be afraid of the dark, because sometimes that Scorpio energy can really be, it can be that journey through the dark, but there is regeneration, there's healing, there's rebirth on the other side of that. So if you've been really dealing with a lot of like shadow side work, or you've been, you know, dealing with some really heavy maybe traumas or grief or things that you've gone through that haven't completely healed, this is the perfect month to do so. The combination of Scorpio and Virgo energy is perfect for counseling, psychological healing, and growth. So absolutely wonderful time for that. It can also include physical healing as well, because I believe that the mind-body connection is very strong. So when you heal the mind, you heal the body, and vice versa. So you may feel that very, very strongly. You're all going through, you know, Aquarius, we've talked about this in previous readings for you, that you all are going through a major time universally of, you know, sometimes lower physical energy comes with this, because you're really going through a spiritual full house cleansing. You know, your whole spiritual life is being reorganized, reordered, purging and clearing out a lot of garbage that just, you know, has accumulated over this lifetime, past lifetimes, very karmic. So you may definitely be feeling that. Don't be surprised. So I'm going to pull a couple of astrology cards for the major parts of the chart, the sun, moon, and rising. And I'm going to see what additional messages come forward for you for those areas of the universal chart. Okay, yeah, so much sense here, Aquarius. Oh my goodness. So Neptune comes up around the sun influence. So this is the conscious mind. This is the way you make your day-to-day decisions. And Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So this is very soft. It's very watery, just like I said. There's so much purging and cleansing going through that Pisces house. Neptune rules that sign. So here you go. This is all about kind of clearing the ego too, because I always find Neptune is very ego denying. So if you're doing anything that's even a little bit self-serving, it will smack you and just be like, no, it has to be for everyone's good. It has to be selfless and spirit-based, or it's just not going to work out. So it's very, very strong right now for you, Aquarius. This also encourages you to be, you know, more fluid, to embrace the water element, which is very interesting to me because up for the moon sign comes that water element card. So this is a very, very emotional, very soft, gentle, but also very powerful, because water is a very powerful element. So it's like the sun is focused on that more spiritual depth, intuition, compassion, sympathy for other people, learning empathy, all that kind of thing, and going more out of your definitely going out of that, you know, comfort zone, which is that more intellectual, more logical, colder realm. So it's going into a softer, more intuitive, more gentle realm. But you know, without, don't ever discount the power of that, because that is a very strong energy. So on the rising sign point, the card I pulled is the North Node, which is life's purpose. So this is really coming into your own. This is fulfilling your karmic contracts, your destiny, what you signed up to do here on earth. And because it's the rising, that's what you're focusing outward to the world. And so you're really showing that face of like, I want to get serious. I want to step into my own. I don't want to play games. I'm here for real. So that's a very, very interesting and beautiful combination for you right now. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot, and let's go look and see what comes up in the deeper reading for you. Okay, Aquarius, wow. Some very interesting energy here. Woo! Yep. All right, let me start with these first, and then we'll pull some more. The first two coming up are two number 8s, the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. So there is something that you're definitely letting go of right now, Aquarius, whether it's something painful, difficult, something that emotionally doesn't serve you anymore, because it is that Cups energy. But because it's it's the natural letting go. The water just, it got so heavy on the leaf that it just dropped. So it's not even something that many times you're consciously aware of. It's that water energy. So it's just sort of like there's something interior that just turns loose. It's like, okay, I don't need that anymore, and it just falls away. And so 2 8s, very interesting, because the 8 is such a powerful strengthening card. It's that infinity loop, and what's coming up over top of it is, you know, how that you get through these emotional hard times and these letting go processes is by working at this each day. It may not seem glamorous, it may not seem, you know, fancy, but it's very important work. It's like one day at a time, and in actuality, that is a beautiful process. That card of ordinariness, it may seem ordinary, but it's, look at that beautiful scene of being in nature, being surrounded by the trees, and just really feeling the earth. So it's like one piece at a time, one step at a time. Here in the immediate past, there's that Knight of Swords. So there's been a lot of rapid thought, a lot of rapid movement for you. This is your natural element of air, so there's been a lot of activity mentally, but it's really kind of stressed you out, Aquarius. Look at all the inner arguing, and the guy's like, he's so tense, like his knuckles are white. He's so tensed up. And so what it's kind of telling you really is that, look at that, the Knight of Cups is on top of that. So it's like you need to move away. So there's the Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups. And the Knights are always very active and very, you know, keen on movement. So to me, the Knight of Cups comes forward, and it may say, you know what, I'm so sorry I started all these arguments. I'm so sorry I've been so tense and anxious and nervous and caught up in my worried mind. And it can come through, someone could be apologizing to you, you could be apologizing to someone else. There's an offer of love, compassion, and sensitivity that was, you know, that's influencing you from the past as well. So on the undercurrent, Aquarius, here is that creative, beautiful Empress card. So these are the unconscious influences that you need to be made aware of, that you still have that very creative, very radiant, abundant spirit that you have inside to embrace, but it's really been blocked by a lot of excessive worry, a lot of, you know, grief and sadness and sleepless nights and not being able to rest very well. So it's like there is all this really wonderful stuff, but you've got this process to go through until you really get to all that goodness, and you feel like you can fully access it. Please clarify the Nine of Swords with the Empress. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of breaking free that has to happen here, Aquarius. The Emperor comes up, which is my Rebel card. I always think this is a very Aries card, but I always feel Aquarius in this because Aquarius is the Rebel. In the Osho Zen, this is a very powerful, breaking the chains, lighting that torch, because here's the Emperor to the Empress. Right? So this could also indicate that there's a divine masculine feminine, a divine relationship that's involved with some of this pain and this blockage. Absolutely, there's been some real heartbreak and heartache here with that Three of Swords. But up comes beyond illusion. So here we are, that's the Judgment. It's like things are being called out, they're being cleared out. Oh my goodness, so the integration, there's your World card. It's like everything is really, it's like, and then it goes back to the beginning with the Magician. This is powerful, Aquarius. Oh my goodness, those are strong, strong cards. So definitely there's some pain to clear out. But once you have done that, once you have worked through that shadow self of your, you complete the cycle. And that World card is a total completion of cycle. It's not like, oh, I've still got more I've got to do. No, that's the complete thing. That's the whole deal. And here comes that Magician, which is the number one, which restarts the cycle. Something ending, something beginning. So beautiful. Total rebirth. It's very Scorpio energy right now, Aquarius. Very, very strong. You may really, kind of deep in your core, I feel you resisting that to a degree, because Scorpio it's secret, it's dark, it's mysterious. Aquarius is not so much that way. So it kind of goes against your grain, to be more intense and more, introspective and inward turning. But it's so important that you do it right now. On the top, what the higher mind, higher consciousness needs you to know is that you're definitely in a little bit of a waiting pattern. Take it one day at a time, but you are waiting for something to come in. You're waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for something to settle out. And in the process, it's like you've got some big decisions to make, and you should definitely make them from a place of generosity, abundance, love, caring, nurturing, because that Queen of Fire is all about giving and knowing that she doesn't have to worry how much she gives, because she's always got enough. That fire is always burning bright. So going into the future, Six of Pentacles, this is the balance, this is the compromise, this is both people have got to be heard or they will not be happy. Both people have to have a say in decisions going forward, and the Master comes into this, because you've got to use your higher mind, your higher wisdom, not the ego, not the pettiness, not all the little worries. This is that very calm, sage-like mind. And that may even involve getting advice from an older person, or a counselor, somebody that can help mediate in a family or relationship situation where everybody's kind of like, well, I want this, and then the other person's like, well, I want that. How do we make this work? So that's definitely advised, is bringing in someone that you trust, Aquarius. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, definitely your energy coming up here. Oh my goodness. All right, wow. Okay, Aquarius, so much happening for you right now. You've got to really change your relationship to the way that you use that logical, practical mind, because that's always the danger with your sign, is that it can be too cold, too logical, too cut off emotionally. And changing that very rapidly, because there's that Knight of Fire coming in to just melt the ice around your heart, to bring in rapid movement instead of getting too caught up and locked up in control. And the Osho Zen, the King of Swords, is the control card. because it's like that mind has just calcified him too strongly into a place of control. So here's that Five of Swords coming up in the next position of what you need to know about this. And a lot of it is that you're comparing yourself unfavorably to other people. You might say, oh, well, such and such has done so much. They've accomplished so much. Look at me. I'm not good enough. But this is just telling you, Aquarius, don't compare yourself, because you can't be different than who you are. You're a unique being. They're a unique being. There's the tree. There's the bamboo. Those two don't compare themselves to each other. They just realize one of us is this and one of us is that. And it doesn't make one of us better or worse. We're just different, and we have our own unique gifts to give. And a way that you can kind of start to tap into, you know, releasing those feelings of not being good enough compared to someone else is just, you know, get in close, get in connected to yourself. There's that, you know, turning in. It's that very meditative Four of Cups where it's like all those, you know, voices are distracting and they're pulling you away from your true self, and just, you know, being the best that you can be instead of worrying about what somebody else is doing over here. So the hopes and fears right now, Aquarius, you're really hoping to heal. You're really hoping for some solid healing in the heart, the mind, and in the self-confidence. There's that King of Cups coming forward. And to me, the King's always coming forward says there's mastery of something that's coming forward. There's mastery of the emotional life, mastery of the way that you handle your emotions. And on top of that, Aquarius, is the Hierophant, which in the Osho Zen is the nothingness card, because to me that gives you that clean slate. You desire fresh start. You're concerned that you won't get it, but that's really what you want. That's really what you're hoping for, is this fresh, clean, emotional start where you can be more emotionally mature and more generous. So this also does deal with commitment. So if this is, you know, to do with the relationship, you are still hoping there's a commitment involved there. You're hoping for, you know, something to sort out a lot better than it has in the past. A little clarification on this King of Cups and Hierophant, please. Yes, yes, yes. And I do think that this can absolutely regenerate, Aquarius. Beautiful cards coming up here. Here's the Page of Pentacles. So this is new starts. Page of Fire, new starts. And so it's like, but the energy has to come in fresh, has to come in light, but also very stable. Because that Page of Pentacles says, let's start a new adventure. Let's start a new earthy project, but there is a plan to it. It's like it's a little bit of both. There's playfulness and there's joy and there's lightheartedness, but there's also that, like, we really have a stable, practical plan. And this card, I love this one so much. Four of Wands, very positive. This is a happy outcome, happy home. 1111 in the Rider-Waite, which is a very kind of soulmate, twin flame, you know, definite soul connection with whoever it is you're dealing with. But this participation card takes it a little step further in the Osho Zen and says, we have to participate. Just like that compromise, it's like there's the give and take. One hand is open, one hand is closed in each one of these figures in the mandala, because each one is giving and receiving in equal measure. And so if it's just one person getting all the benefit and the other one is not getting anything, it's not going to work. So it has to be balanced, Aquarius. So for the outcome, look at this. We've got that Five of Pentacles with that poor kid thinking he's locked outside that gate. He's not locked outside that gate. Look at the, you know, real close. If you look at that lock, it's actually open. So he's not really locked out. This is something that you're really struggling with right now, Aquarius, is feeling like I'm too different, I'm too weird, I'm not good enough, I'm not accepted, but it's an illusion. It's a mental block. It's a mental illusion. Look at that. The Eight of Swords coming up on that. You're tearing yourself apart for no reason, Aquarius. Please let go of that feeling of guilt or shame or anxiety or stress or worry, because all of that is keeping those beautiful blossoms of blessing from getting through those clouds of too much worry. Let's pull a few more. Please clarify these last two cards for Aquarius. There's a lot going on here with you. Yep, yep, yep. Y'all are so strong right now, but don't beat yourself up. See, here's that postponement. You may feel really bad for yourself for not moving faster, not moving sooner, but you've needed this rest. And look at that, Aquarius, the death card, the transformation, the complete rebirth, regeneration. This is the card that goes with this astrological energy right now. The Scorpio death card, right? Phoenix from the ashes, the sword that cuts through illusion, the hand quieting the mouth, quieting the mind, the snake skin that gets shed away for the new life to start, the chains breaking, the lotus blossom, the yin and yang balance, all of that's in this card. One of my favorites. I will never forget, there was once, I met somebody that had this tattoo on the back of their leg, and I couldn't believe how amazing it was. It's one of my favorite cards, favorite artwork. And then the last card that comes out, another king. You've got so many kings right now. And there's that King of Fire, King of Wands. So it's making those big, bold decisions, Aquarius, but it doesn't come first without really having a deep soul reckoning for yourself, a deep soul transformation, absolute healing, incorporating your loved ones, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, partner, love into what you're doing. You can't just go on your own. This has to be done in balance with the other very, very strongly. All right, so let's pull one last card from the Mother Mary deck and get a last bit of advice for you on this reading. Look at this, Aquarius. So up comes the card for signs. And it says, I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continually sends. So be on watch, Aquarius, whether it's a feather, whether it's a symbol that keeps reoccurring, whether it's a specific animal or something that just keeps crossing your path, or a recurring number, a recurring theme in a dream. Just notice the signs that are being sent to you as confirmation that you're on the right track. So thank you so much for staying with us, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. I will be back very soon with very early September readings, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.